always end up digging alone. It's so much work. But every time I take somebody with me, they end up just totally slacking off on the job. Like, is this really the time to take a nap? Are you sure? Okay, so I just started digging this big piece of metal out. Iron, feels like. Does that not look like a kettle? How cool would that be? I just pulled out this big, huge piece. I'm assuming that's like a hook to hang on the wall. So how freaking cool would that be if that was like a clock? But it might be something completely not that at all. But that's what my mind wants to think. Very cool. So yeah, I'm gonna dig that out and see. I'll hold you for a minute. Oh, some more of that big, thick wire. Oh my goodness. This looks like a freaking kettle. Hopefully it's in one piece. I mean, because that looks like the little handle right there. Or where it was, anyways. Like, this is making me think of kettle on the wood stove. Kettle. Spoon, not so great. Oh, you know, it almost, no, it's probably a spoon. I was going to say, it almost looks like a fork, but no, spoon. Not a keeper. That's a hunk of chunk of metal. What it is, but it is super heavy. By the way, look at this. Lazy bum. Just kidding. He's being a good boy. Yeah. Alright, try just a few more seconds. See if I can get this thing out. Oh! Scritchy scratching a butt. It's like an Atlas jar. Ooh. I'll have to check that out after. That got with me. Well, it's at least the whole top. Oh, what? Am I talking? No, who am I talking to? Okay, cool. Here it comes. Now will you stay up there? Oh my god, this is so cool. Okay, yeah. That's awesome. That is totally an old kettle. Wow, that's so cool. Look at that spout. Love it. Ooh, that's so cool. Nice. Alright, set that here. Let's see if we can get this little sucker out. See if it's whole. Aw, church bells. We missed church, Bags. What's church? Well, it's not moving very well, so that's good. I'd be very surprised if it's whole. I haven't found a whole jar yet on this dump. It's still got its wire on it. See cracks in the lips, but whoop, there goes its wire and closure. And I have nearly every jar lid insert that you could ever imagine. I mean, probably not every single one, literally, but I have so many that I get excited when I find these jars because I know I've got a lid that'll go on these ones, especially these newer ones. You don't really know the date of these without looking them up first. But I know they're 1900s, most of them. So, big metal right there. Under it. Alright, let me set you on for a second here. Thank you, tea kettle. All around metal. And roots. Oh, dead tree, that's good. That's nice cushion. There's a big piece of bone or lime on top of it. Oh, it's not budging. Oh man, that looks like an old wagon steering wheel, maybe. Oh, not wagon, tractor. Oh, that's cool. It's super thick and it's like rounded. There we go. Oh, she's whole. And she's an Atlas Easy Seal. Oh. Yeah, and she's got a great big flash crack right on the lip that I think I might have done. Looks like there might be some kind of crack there too, but I can't really tell. Yeah, it's got a nice, oh Jesus. It's got a nice big crack there, so probably won't bring this home, unfortunately, but bottle in the hole. Right there. Oh, I just almost scraped it too. I'm so glad I didn't. At least it's not a faucet. Let's hope he's whole. Yay! And it's aqua, which is nice. Doesn't seem to have anything on the front or back, but I did see something. Oops, sorry. 3-in-1. Ooh, is this one of those oils? Yeah, 3-in-1 oil co. Sweet, I don't have this one. 43. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's check that steam. Oh, she's machine made. Okay. I thought this would have been a blown-in molder. Am I seeing that correctly? Yeah. It's like early machine made. That's alright. It's still cool. And it's aqua. It's nice texture on it. I'm a huge texture freak about glass. Like, when it's got, like, I mean, that's not really whittling, I don't think, but that's some nice texture, though. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I like it. Alright, so I wanted to show you just a few things that I'm probably not going to keep, but definitely just thought you should check out. Some huge cow scapula and part of a leg bone, some sort. This is kind of cool. It's a big metal piece of, don't know. This looks like it was some sort of handle, maybe. Broken little pull, drawer pull, or door handle. This, I'm not sure what it is. It's kind of cool. Some other kind of pulley system thing. This is cool because you can really see I thought they were buttons, but it's whatever's on that, holding that onto that. Some kind of cool bones. This is a lot smaller than a lot of the bones I found. It's part of a pelvis, I think. I thought it was part of a skull, but I'm thinking it's more of a pelvis bone now. So it's just very tiny. It's probably just part of a cow vertebrae. This is really cool, though. I think I'm going to take it. Probably shouldn't. But it's really, really cool. And I think I could do something neat with it. We saw the tea kettle. Definitely taking that. Or the kettle, whatever it is. And then the broken Atlas jar that I really need to empty out. Let's see if we can do it. Not breaking it up too hard. I'm gonna have to do some poking to get it empty. And then this, ugh, what a bummer. Edward C. Day, 8 ounce, Rutland, Vermont. Local soda. This bottle registered. Nice smooth base. So, yeah, it's too bad. I'm pretty sure it's got just like a hint of aqua on it. Maybe not. But I'll keep looking for that top. I'm assuming it's going to be a crown top. So, yeah. Not a bad day. Okay, just getting back to the dump today, and my first little find popped out. It's been pretty warm again, but the humidity has been low, which has been really nice, so. Cute. Look at that beauty. It's a little lid. Oh, I love it. Looks quite purple too, so let's hope that I'm seeing that correctly. Nice. I'm not sure, but I think this is one of those insulators for like a electric fence. Old school. Because I saw the glaze and then I see the wires wrapped through it. Or maybe it's just a straight up. No, I think it is one of those. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is for fencing. Like cattle fencing. Oh, it's in pretty good shape. SB1? Weird. Well, it is just packed right in there. Obviously, I could just break the wood, but something big and metal right here. Did I say wood? I meant wire. cool is that? Pretty sure what that is. Like nowadays we have those big plastic and wire ones. But I think this is an old-fashioned electric fencing insulator. Very cool. Well, I like it. No idea what that is. Something to do with machinery or something. This just fell out. It's so round. It's super thin, but I don't know. Is it like a token or something? Can sort of see something on that side. It might be absolutely nothing. It might be something really cool. I'll find out. Alright, we got something in the hole. Oh, that was easier than I thought. I'm assuming it's a little cup. Ah, it's broken. That's why it was easy. Yeah, it's just a cup. Nothing exciting. This is kind of cool though. The Smalley Kevlar on thank out of Boston. They're cool jars and they've got some kind of pictorial on them. Like the stars and the initials. So that's cool. They're big square jars with kind of like mason jars. Alright, so I had a couple of big old rusty things. Anybody know what this is? Would have taken me longer if it didn't have that chain on it. That is an extremely rusted foot trap hold. So there's actually two pieces there and they're just super shut together. And that's the bottom and that's the anchor. So it would be set down like this and these two pieces would open up and then the animal's leg would get caught in there. The way they used to do it, still do it. Some people do. No comment. This is cool. It's like a huge, it looks like a tow hitch, but I don't think it is because it was attached to this big staple thing, so don't know, but it's very cool and ginormous. And this is part of that alphabet plate. Oh, look at the kitty. Oh my god, I love it so much. I wonder if it's like Hey Diddle Diddle or Cat in the Fiddle or what, but it's really cool. I think I accidentally broke that off of it. And I found some other letters of the alphabet. And then I was just breaking and I started to pull this out, so I stopped to get you out. It does. Sweet, it's whole. It is like a form of screw top. It's very interesting. Machine made. Looks very slick. So I don't know, some kind of medicine or something. I don't know. It's a cool little amber bottle though. Not very common. Well, not one that I see often, I guess is what I mean. Cute. Time for cleanup. Alright, so a few things I didn't find on camera. An old hair clip. Well, not clip, excuse me. I don't know exactly what you would call this, hairpiece. This is also a hairpiece, and I'm going to show you how cool this old plastic stuff looks under the blacklight. Check that out. How cool is that? Those plastic pieces light up like crazy. It's so cool. I don't know what the heck is in this plastic that glows green, but it sure does. And here's that beautiful lid. It's a little hard to tell with this lighting, sorry. But you can definitely see all that green. Green goodness. Yeah, check that out. But these are, that's why I take these plastic hair pieces that look old, that brown kind of brindly kind of colors. Because, I mean, that's just wild. These are a bunch of old, like, grommets and snap buttons and stuff. So, I don't know, I grabbed them thinking they might clean up nice. Maybe someday I'll clean them up a little bit better, but it's cool to try to figure out what they were on. Some sort of clothing, I would imagine. This little guy was kind of cool. I'm not really sure what it is, but... And then, do you guys know what this is? I find these sometimes, and I just am not sure what they are. There's like two... There's a little piece of metal on top of that one. It's got to be some sort of... I don't know. They're common, and I find them often. This cool drawer pull. It's really heavy. This I also don't believe I got on camera. It's hard to see, but there's like little raised decorations, like little birds, sort of seems like. It's a little terracotta, I assume flower pot, that is painted. I haven't found any more of it yet, but it was really, really neat. I love flower pots, so. And this was another piece of little metal. I thought it was a button, and it could be, just with a broken shank. I thought this was a coin or a token, because if you look at it just right, it almost looks like there's a bust on it, but I don't think so. I think it's just a slick piece of metal that must have gone into something. Oh, and then there's another tiny round piece of metal that sort of looks like it would have been a button. No idea what this is. Some kind of nut or bolt, and it is a very funky, corroded type metal, so not sure about that. This little tack. Tiny, tiny, tiny little nail or tack. That was cool to find. I found another piece of this as well, so I'm assuming it says net. It's a little porcelain or ceramic piece, I believe, probably to do with insulation. Electrical insulation, that is. This I thought was a tile, and maybe it is, but when I washed it, it like turned into, it's hard to see here because it's like the same color as my skin, but it turned into like what clay kind of looks like when you get it wet, like slimy and kind of like it was disintegrating. So yeah, it'd be interesting to know if anybody knows if that's a tile. Maybe the glaze came off of it or something. I don't know. It's very interesting. The complete square. Oh, geez, now that I look at it, it looks like there's like something there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more. It's pretty cool. Little piece of, oh, what do they call this? When the glass is painted on one side. Oh, geez. I forget now. But I love the little teardrop looking things. Gosh, I washed in the dark the other day, apparently, because the stuff is still very dirty. Um, it's not coming to me now. It's not art glass, but it's something when they've got that layer of color on the back. Sea glass people find it a lot. This was cool. First, this piece came out, WSB13. So my grandfather's initials are WS, Walter Stankovich. He just passed back in May, so that was kind of cool. It's really heavy too, and I don't know that it goes to that, but it kind of looks like it might. Probably not, but maybe something similar. And it almost looks like there's something melted on there. So I don't know, maybe this is just some sort of softer metal that was melted. Is it lead? It's very heavy. Another Matthews boltless claw. I was calling them bottleless because apparently I have dyslexia sometimes. So my uncle actually told me that they still make these, not necessarily Matthews, but the claw. So he's a carpenter, and he said he worked with somebody that would say, "Go grab the claw," and it was something very much like this. So this would pull out. I forget exactly if it was nails or something. I'm probably way wrong. But this is some sort of tool. And I found another one, just says patent pending like the other one. The other one I have, it's in a smaller video. You can watch it on my page. It's from a while back, and it's in much better condition than this. There's not any big chunks of rust or anything like that on that one. It's really pretty. And then these I usually find in like a kind of like a brownish color. This one's a very metallic, pretty color. So I believe these went on a clothing, like a clothing garment class type thing. This was really cool. It took me forever to get it out of the ground. And I have another one, but I don't think it's in as good a condition. It did look like it got a little melted, or that could have just been from when they made it. I don't know. But I think they're so cool. That this used to be part of electric fencing for livestock, cattle, sheep, pigs. Well, I don't know if they use it for pigs actually. Probably, but anyway, that's what they used to use before they started using the big ones we see today, like the big spring-looking plastic and metal ones. And let's see, this was really, really cool. It's extremely soft, like that's gonna break any moment. That piece is bent over, and I don't even dare to bend it back over. But how cool is that? It's like a beautiful little cascading flower design. I don't know if this went to it. It looked the same color, but this one's definitely very melted. So I don't know. It's heavy, but again, it's very soft. Like I could bend it if I wanted to super easily. That piece is probably going to break off by the time I'm done moving it around. So yeah, let me know if you have any idea what that is. I would love to know. It's so cool. It's actually one of my favorite finds. Of course, I didn't find it on video. This is one of those things that just sort of pops out. This was an old lightning jar seal, patent April 25th, 1982, lightning. So an old canning jar seal, lightning. This was really fun to find, and as promised, I will show it to you on the black light. But it's just a little candy dish cover. At least I think it's a candy dish cover. I'm not sure. It's that beautiful pressed glass or whatever they call that, crystal. I think it's pressed glass though, and it does glow. Buttons. I just get such a kick out of it when these buttons are, these little tiny roots go through these buttons. And now it's all dried out, so it'll probably come right out, but I just find it so interesting that these little tiny roots make their way through these light as a feather buttons. It's so cool. Nothing too fancy or interesting with the buttons. That one is a nice size. Very, very clean. A little piece of bonfire glass. Just kind of a cool little shape. A few clay marbles. This one's a really nice, like, orange color. There's a little tiny cellulose baby. Look at that thing. So funny looking. I thought maybe it was missing its arms, but they're like in there. They're supposed to be like the hands there. And I tried to unsmush the face, but it just kind of looks like an old man. So I don't know if these were like charms or something, because it's just so tiny and it's got the back on it still. It was just wicked. Well, good grief. Doesn't want to be recorded. It's just wicked squished. And it does say something there, but I can't make it out. So yeah, that was a very interesting find. I mean, it's so tiny. It's so creepy. I love it. Oh my goodness. A couple of snail shells. I don't know if I've said this before, but I finally figured out that these are actually native ground snails that live right here in Vermont. They probably live in other states too, but I always thought these were people's seashells, and they're so thin. But I love cleaning them up because look at how beautiful that texture is in the coloring, pattern. They're just really cool shells. So I always keep those if I find them. It's not very often I find ones that are that pretty though. I'll try to remember to put up a picture of I found a live snail on the trail hiking the dogs. That's how I knew what they were finally. More of that really pretty cup with the bamboo on it, teacup. This teacup is really pretty too. I know it's silly to even take this, but it's really, really, I just love the designs, how it's like scalloped, sort of. And it's a really nice transfer pattern. And then these are a few gold pieces with gold painting on them. That was really cool. And this porcelain must be because it's just so soft and silky and thin, and it cleans up well as opposed to this that doesn't clean up quite so well. Etruria. Whoa, how does that? Whoa, that's weird. Melor Etruria and Co. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. And then just a little tiny cup, little tumbler, cool spoon. This one just says nickeled silver on the inside. I don't know if my camera's gonna pick it up enough. There we go. Nickel silver. It does have a nice little design on it too. Not as pretty as some of them, but decent. This, I still haven't found the top two. I probably won't. That was a really great local soda. I haven't looked it up yet, but I'm pretty sure it's a soda. Edward C. Day, 8 ounce of Rutland, Vermont, which is very close to where I am. This bottle registered, says on the top. Nice smooth base. I thought it had a hint of aqua. Maybe it does, but I'm pretty sure it's just clear. It doesn't react under the UV, unfortunately. This, I was told, that is possibly a little pill bottle. I love these tops, though. They're so different. They're like just that one little band for a screw, and then it looks more like a cork top. But it is machine made. It's got some beautiful bubbles in it. You can see them. That's just dew, condensation, but there's some really nice bubbles in this. The square and the zero. I think maybe that was the old Owens, Illinois Glass Company. A little 3-in-1 oil company. I gotta look this up still because I haven't, to see what kind of actual oil that was. A little 43 on the base. Beautiful color. Just a nice beautiful aqua. There's a little content residue there, but not there. There, but. And then this awesome Vermont brick. I've been lucky to kind of find a little pocket of them. It's hard to see now, but it says Vermont on the inside. I have also found Keene bricks and Drury bricks, Drury, which is an original brick company up in, I believe it was in Burlington, Vermont. And then these next two bottles I didn't find recently, but I did find them at the same dump. Probably a couple months ago, maybe, right before I started recording. So this is a really nice Whitmore Boston shoe polish. A gorgeous blown-in mold, tool top, tool cork top. Look at all those bubbles in that neck. And none of those are cracks or flashes. That's all just how the glass was made. Look at that big bubble in the shoulder. And just, you can see the detail of the glass. I love them. The cruder, the better. Nice, smooth. Well, I'm not sure if you'd call that a smooth base or not, but it's just a slightly indented. Just a nice, heavy, thick bottle. Love it. And then this, oh man, I was so pumped when I found this. How cool is that? It's a 3-sided med. So Dr. Balls or Bales Justina for coughs, asthma, and all throat trouble. It's so cool that side would have the label. It's, you know, I should probably soak this in muriatic or do a muriatic acid dunk. Wow, I can't talk. But I just haven't yet. And I just love the neck, how it's like got that little that it's like a whole nother little piece there that I don't really see very often. Part of the neck. And you can see all those stretch marks or straw marks, whatever they're called, in the neck. Oh, it's just a beautiful bottle. The only damage is like that little tiny bit of chip, but you can hardly even see it unless you're staring at it up close on your camera. And totally smooth base on that. It is a nice bottle. I love it for coughs, asthma, and all throat troubles. It was very, very cool. All right, so the last thing is the tea kettle, or the kettle, I should say. I don't know if it was a tea kettle or just water kettle. And that is still outside because it's very dirty, so let's go check that out. All right, here she is. I love this thing. I don't know why or what. Excuse you, Bags. I don't know why or what makes me love the things I love sometimes, but man, this thing is cool. So all I've really done is kind of scrape the dirt off of it and some of the really big chunks, but there's still a lot of cleaning to do on it. I absolutely love the spout. I think it's just so cool. And again, this is heavy. Like, I assume it must be cast iron. And I love the kind of recessed or graduated bottom, how it clearly goes into something. I haven't finished getting all the dirt off of it, clearly. And so I'm assuming this must have sat into a wood stove. What do you guys think? Like the wood stove would have had a little pocket or whatever you want to call it to set in. And this is the lid. I haven't gotten it to open yet, but like I said, I still have a lot of rust I haven't gotten off of it. The only thing that looks like it's actually broken on this is the wire handle. Otherwise, it looks like it's in really good condition. I was thrilled to see that it had a lid on it still. So yeah, I'm sure most people would be like, oh, rusty chunk of metal, but I love it, and I think it's just so cool, and I never would have expected to find that. So Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Sorry I didn't get too much on camera digging. I'm really trying to work on that and get as much as I can. And then once things start slowing down a little bit as far as digging goes, I'm going to start really sharing a lot more stuff that I've found since I started digging, yeah. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing great, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye!